How's it going, everybody? It's about 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon. I'm up around 7,500 feet or so, up in the Sawtooth National Forest. I'm in a spot that I haven't really been to before. Pretty nice place. I am a little bit bundled up because it's so high up here. It's kind of chilly. Monday morning, Sunday night, middle of the night, I got like wickedly sick. It was bad. For about 24 hours, I couldn't even drink water. I couldn't even keep water down. As soon as I would drink water, I would come back. Anyway, I was feeling pretty decent today, and I was getting antsy. Just wanted to get out. So I thought, well, you know what? I could always pack my stuff and go camping too, just do an overnighter. But with the rain coming in, and I know that, you know, there's a good chance. I mean, by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight, here where I'm at, it's supposed to be like a 90% chance. And I just don't want to fool around with it, to be perfectly honest with you. So I figured I'd come up here, and my number one goal was to get out of the house, get some fresh air, because I've been cooped up in there for a while. So I accomplished that. Came up here and got some little bit of sunshine earlier, and got some fresh air. It's great out here. The second was to find some Fatwood, which I did, and I'll be showing you some of that. I just never looked for it, so that was new for me, and learned some tips from some guys on YouTube, and glad I did, because it helped a lot. Then I learned a couple other things too. So, like sometimes you look down at your feet and there's a piece. So anyway, so I figured I'll make a little bit of food. I'm not going to start a fire because I probably won't be here that long, but I'll be here long enough to make some food. I did drive up here. I have my backpack, but I drove. It's better for me. I'm real weak and just don't feel like doing much. Just didn't want to stay in the house. But I did bring the old pack, and believe me, it's ready. If I wanted to throw down a campsite, it's loaded for it. So it doesn't look like it, huh? Because it's so small. That is a medium Alice pack, and I got it kitted out pretty good. That on top there is a 10x12 camo tarp. Inside is my Big Agnes pack. Down at the bottom there is I have my Big Agnes sleeping bag, my Lost Ranger, wrapped up inside. That is what it looks like. It's a military sleep system bivvy. And I got my sleeping bag, which is rated at 15 degrees inside there. And it wraps up real nice down there. And I just have basic stuff in there, just enough for a couple meals and a couple different stoves to play with, which I'm going to use at least one of them. So I brought my pocket rocket so I could kind of, because what I'm going to make for lunch out here, I want it to simmer a little bit, and a pocket rocket's real great for that, as long as I keep the wind out of it. And the other thing, I'll probably use my Trangia and my bush box to make some coffee. So, all right, got some stuff to do, so let's do it. All right, got my GSI cup here. Gonna make some coffee in this. Actually, I said I was going to use my Trangia with my bush box, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my usual setup. This, of course, is my Trangia inside my bean dip can with my BHUL2 stove or stove ring on there. I'm going to go get some water in my GSI cup, get this lit up, have a little coffee. Alright, I'm going to use the hood of the car for a makeshift kitchen counter. Do you know what this is? Remember those Knorr side meals, K-N-O-R-R, that I've told you about before? This is some Mexican rice. Can't tell by looking at it. But all the seasonings and everything are already in there in the packet. This is a half a pack, and this will be plenty. And this is like about maybe a cup of water if you made this by yourself. Like I said, this is only half of what the packet holds. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion into my pan. And so what I got here is some stew meat. I don't know, I might use about a quarter of it or so. And I'll throw a little oil down in the pan after it gets hot. Throw this in there with the onions, saute this up a little bit, and then when they're you know, pretty close to being done, I'll throw the rice in the water, or I'm sorry, the water in there, and then the rice, and cover it up, and we'll cook her. All right, got some coffee now. So I could chop up a little bit of this onion. All right, that's plenty, about a half an onion. All right, so I got the meat open. Like I said, I think I might use about a quarter. Just gonna load it up in here. Just gonna put everything in the lid for now because I want to get the pan kind of hot. I'm gonna use half. I'm gonna get the pan kind of hot, and then we're gonna put some oil in. Keep it from sticking. Let that heat up a tad, and we're going to put some oil in there. Let's drop some onion in there. Add a little more oil. But hey, I got sauteed onions going here. They smell pretty darn good. All right, let's throw the meat in. And that, of course, create its own juice. It's from the fat that it's got. All right, got everything in there. Man, you gotta smell that. Let's have a little sip of this. Hot. Let's put the lid on it, let it simmer for a bit. Now I know that you guys know what that is, right? First of all, it's a little tiny canister for my pocket rocket. which even though I didn't make it myself, and maybe it isn't as kitschy and cool as a lot of stoves, it's my favorite one because I can do a lot more with it. This is a 1.1 liter MSR Seagull. This is a great little pot. It's not as light as some of the pots out there, but it's sturdy, strong. It's got a great handle that you can flip over and keep that lid on there nice and solid so you can pack stuff in it, like a stove, bandana, some fuel, whatever you want in there, whatever will fit anyway. I'd recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and just put the rice in there and then about a cup of water. Give it a stir. Might need a little more. Needed a cup. Maybe a touch more because I do have the onions and meat. I think that ought to be it. Let's get this back up here. Turn up the heat. That way we can get a boil real fast. Put the lid on it. Alright, we got ourselves a boil, so we turn it down a touch. Without turning it off. Put the lid back on there. 7 minutes. Seven minutes. Dang, doesn't that look good? Give it a stir here. Not knocking anything over. And turn that off. So, this is going to be hot. Let me see if I can get a piece of meat here. Not bad, but it's pretty flavorful. Let's try some of this with the onion, a little bit of rice. Hope you enjoyed watching me make that. And now it's time for me to eat it. You know, have a drink along with it. Hope you enjoyed that. I say this all the time. I'm not an expert on this any more than I am anything else. I think I had some pretty good luck. I mean, these pieces right here smell unbelievably like pine cleaner, pine sol. Very strong and odoriferous. Some of these are just really cool. I mean, never really paid that much attention, but some of this stuff, when you get it, it looks like candied ginger. You get the light to shine on it just right, you can see how shiny it is. Doesn't that kind of look like candied ginger to you? I don't know. So hopefully it'll turn out to be pretty good, Fatwood. But now that I know what I'm looking for and know that I can find it up here, that's kind of nice. But this is probably my favorite one. It's a big old chunk. I just kind of looked down and happened to see it laying there. I saw some stumps out off the side of the road, and I decided I wanted to go and check them out, see what I could find. Look at the color on that. My camera, which used to be so nice, just doesn't want to focus anymore. Not very well. Can't wait to try to carve that out of there. If I can get it out of there. But anyway, there you go. It all smells really good. Since I didn't start a fire today, don't really know how good it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty good though, but it's kind of nice to be able to find some. And I know that there's plenty more up here, because I've seen it. That was my first moose. Hadn't seen one in the wild before. I don't know how old. I mean, they always look a little gangly, but he didn't look confident. But he was still taller than me, so I'm guessing that he may be kind of young. From what I understand, the moms generally, when they get to a certain age, they just basically boot the calf right out. So anyway, that was great because I'm kind of at the end of my day. I've got a ways to go before I get out of these hills and out of the forests, but I'm basically done. So that was a good thing. That was a great thing. All right. So I guess I could say, maybe on that note, I could say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.